Hi friends, welcome to the weekly market plan for the week starting 22 June 2021. As usual, we'll analyze Nifty and Bank Nifty. We'll start with the three-step approach. We'll do a simple price analysis. From there on a larger time frame volume analysis, and then breaking it down to a weekly and then a daily volume profile analysis. Okay, to arrive at our zones of interest and also to find out zones where market can inflect both from a short term and a long term point of view. Okay, so we'll start with the Nifty first. Just to start things, I'll keep things simple. First of all, let's see. So so Nifty, if you see, has been constantly, we are still very much into this uptrend, and now even at this point holding above these regions, okay, which is the previous breakout highs. So overall, we have been building value in this uptrend at this point. If you see, we have been building value here, and it's been consolidating here as well. Okay, but at the same time, last week we had this big move on Friday, and then of course we pulled back. But so this sort of becomes the edge of this, which is 15,500, continues to be the key point of interest based on this. Okay. Now looking at the yearly profile, there's something very interesting on the yearly profile that I see at this point. Okay, uh, so if you see on the yearly profile, this if you see is the yearly profile, and this is the sort of the monthly current month profile. Okay, so same with the yearly profile. If you see, we are, this was the sort of the inflection point and the previous top, if you may say. So we are just holding, we are firmly sort of holding all of this. So this continues to become the swing, main key area for you on a swing point of view, the 15, let's say 400, 300 areas. Okay, until we hold this in the market, the swing view would remain, let's say, long-term swing view is bullish. If you really break below this, we would try to rotate back and target much lower areas. At this point, once we've broken out of this range, broken out of this value, we have been now building value in this region. This is evident from this month's profile is also, if you see, is consolidating in this region as well. Okay, so it's a bit of consolidation post breakout, which is which is actually still good because we've been holding these levels. On a larger time frame point of view, we've been really holding these levels. Just a second. uh, yeah, so now looking at the looking at the weekly profile charts, if you see, this is the Nifty weekly profile charts. Now what do we have here? We have been forming value higher, and this one is a pretty big distribution value lower. So we had two distinct nodes within this week's, this and this. Okay, so these are the two distinct nodes that we have here, and based on this, and also if you see the previous highs and lows, what we would look for is a hold of 500, 600 areas on Nifty. uh, this 650, I would say, 650, or the edge of this profile is 650 odd. Okay, 650 to something like that. So our key inflection point in this for this week is, we have continued to hold above these regions. Okay, maybe 650, 630 this lows. Okay, until we are holding this, we would expect a bullish bias. If not, then I think there is a good chance of rotating and testing the swing lows, where the breakout lows and then further lower. Okay, so 600, 650 is the zone that you'd want to really watch out for, even tomorrow and this week, to see whether we have interest in holding this area or not. Okay, on the upside, a move above 770, 780 is needed for us to really confirm a bullish break, basic essentially. And that is also sort of yesterday's high, so we really need a move of that for confirm a bullish break. So until that, I'm expecting rotation and sort of further value creation here, but maybe look for a lot of two-way movement within this range. Okay, if you're not really breaking, look for a two-way movement within this range, and look for a breakout trade outside this range. That's the core, let's say, play for us at this point, and then based on the structure and this week. Okay, now coming to let's say your Bank Nifty. So Bank Nifty, if you see the structure, okay, again, plain price structure. We had a base here, we had a base here, then we went up, we formed a base here, and then we formed a resistance here. We did come down, formed a base here, then went up. Okay, this one. Then we formed a base here, and then up, and then we formed a base here at this point. Okay, so Bank Nifty, we have a couple of base and tops here. What we really want is to, if you see it, there's a distinct edge here, okay, the volume edge. So based on this, we really want Bank Nifty for any bullish inflection that it has to get above 35,000 and really trade above it. Okay, you have to see that, and that has to happen early enough for us in this week to ensure that the bullish bias continues. Else Bank Nifty has a good chance of sort of continuing on the bearish thesis and eventually testing way lower than so the lower levels remain at 35,800. We almost tested that. Below that we would like to test 35, 32, 33,000 levels and further lower. Okay, so but Bank Nifty has to sort of break above 35,000 for the bullish swing bias to remain valid. Else it's a bit of a game change for Bank Nifty now on a bullish time and longer time frame thesis. Okay, now coming to the weekly profile, if you see, okay, so what I have here, Bank Nifty again, lower profile and sort of lower value area creation as well. So we had week one higher, then this one, and this one we started higher, but then we have come this one. So again 35,000 remains the inflection point for us, where we'll say that okay, above this we have a bullish bias. Okay, and on the downside, where is the volume tapering off? So the low value area of this week, which is 34, sort of 400 500 areas. Okay, that is where the volume is tapering off. Good thing is we have other pivot lows and some highs as well here. So we'll sort of put anywhere between your this zone 34, sort of 400 to 250 as a support base for markets, okay, for this week. So until we hold this region, I'm really looking to sort of look for pullbacks at this point based on the Friday's price movement. Okay, so your what are the core scenarios for this week based on this? One, we really sort of hold above 35 for a breakout play. Two, dip and hold this region for a pullback play, pullback play on the upside. And so essentially within 35 to 34 500 400 areas, we look for a two-way play and rotational, which is also the Nifty theme. And then below this we sort of break down. So good chances, based on what we have in Nifty, Bank Nifty this week, it could be, we stay this range at least first half of the week. We could continue to form a sort of profile within a profile for both Bank Nifty and Nifty this week. Okay, and quickly just let me quickly recapping on the daily charts as well. So for the from a more from an immediate time frame point of view, um, to start with Bank Nifty, I think I have marked the similar level here, 34, 430 300. So this this volume node is my support this week low. So 34 300, 34 400 the support for based on yesterday's profile, and resistance will continue to be at 35 areas. Okay, so anything, if you're able not to cross, I would look to short for a pullback, and if you're not able to break below 300, I look to long for a pullback. Nifty, I'm looking at 650 areas as the base, so we want to hold this area. Okay, if you let's say gap down and open below, then there's a good point of looking for a short to trade back to 550 and lower. Alternatively, this area for a pullback long. Okay, that's it. Thank you guys. Have a good day. Have a good week ahead as well. Thank you.